Hello, my lovelies. I'm Suki, the Brown-Eyed Stitcher. This is Flosstube 38. I didn't actually look that up. Pretty certain. Number 38. And this is going to be a pretty quick video. I don't have that many projects to show you. It's only been like a week since I last filmed. I'm also not planning on doing any editing unless I have like dogs starting to bark or something super obnoxious like that. But this is gonna be quick and it's busy, so let's just dive right in. I have 4 projects to show you. So I thought I'd throw in a crochet project as well. Anyway, we're gonna start with the summer garden. This is by the Drawn Thread. This was a whip go piece for, where are we up to, July? I spent a little bit of time on it and I'm calling it good. This is what it looks like. This is a 32 count linen in summer khaki. And what I did was I started up here with this branch and then came down there. So this is the bottom of the trunk. I was going to do more of the trunk, but then I realized I would have to count and I didn't want to count, so I didn't. And I still haven't decided what green to use on this. And I don't have the capacity for extra decisions right now, so I didn't. We're just gonna move on. So here's what it looks like now. And yeah, I do love working on these drawn threads. They're really easy to work on. I love the combination of specialty stitches and the cross stitching, and yeah. So that's where we're at. This will be put away now until some future time. Let's see. Woodland Enchantress. This is a gold collections, dimensions gold collection. There we go. Ruth Sanderson is the artist, and I started in on the underskirt. Ta-da! I think I've only worked on her for 2 days, so there's that. But you can see this blue color that comes down. That's the color. I'm just gonna stitch it all out because it just comes down into here, and that's it. There's none of this blue in the rest of the skirt. So that's what I was working on. Like I said, it's only been like 2 days since I filmed, I think. I'm pretty certain this was after I filmed last. I know down here it was. It doesn't really matter. Here you go. This is what she looks like. I am considering taking her off this frame and taking her on my trip this weekend. I leave tomorrow. I'll be gone until Monday. And I'm considering taking Woodland Enchantress, but I have to take her off the frame for that, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. It's really easy to put them on and off. But that would allow me to get a lot of work done on her. And there's a reason why I'm thinking her and not another one. But let's talk about that later. Hopefully I remember. Let's see. Okay. Fira, you guys. So the next project I'll show you is my bookshelf. But spoiler alert, I finished the shelf, the 3rd shelf, and so it's been on break. And since I did that, I worked on Woodland Enchantress like one day for like maybe 45 minutes. I put in 3 strands. And ever since, but otherwise I've really only wanted to work on Fira, so I've just done that. That's all I've worked on, and the numbers show it. I've put in 4,490 stitches in the last week, and these are full crosses, okay? Look at her. Are you, I can't pet you right now, Pip. Gosh. You can see the curtain moving from her, but she's out of reach. Do you want to come up and say hi? Come on up. There you go. Say hi to everybody. Okay, so I have this side. I mean, if you, besides right here, that left side of her is completely done. Well, it's left when you look at her. It's the right now. Anyway, I don't know what it is to you. It's the left side. That is completely, this is all filled in. And doesn't that look so good? So now I'm just over here and just working in all of this. She's at 86.3% now. Like I said, I've not wanted to work on anything else, so I've just gone with it, and I've just been monogamous on her for the last couple days. These are the colors I have left to work with. There is black on here. The black is all stitched out, but sometimes the black unravels. I have to restitch it, so that's why it's still on here. But anyway, lots of yellow still. Yeah. But those are the colors I have left. It's getting smaller and smaller. There's like 4,151 stitches left, I think, is what I saw last night. And tomorrow is a plane travel day, so yeah. I'll probably get another like 1,000 done on this tomorrow. And Saturday when I visit, I usually get a good portion done then too, so. Don't know that it will be done. Oh wait, the next video, it'll definitely be done by the next video, because I will video in 2 weeks next time, and that will be after stitching in the springs, and I will definitely have it finished by stitching in the springs. Okay. Treasure hunt bookshelf. This is artwork by Amy Stewart and charted by Heaven and Earth Design. Oh, I did not tell you where I got Fira. Okay, so this is a 36 count fabric that I hand dyed myself, and the pattern is a custom pattern by Luthien Art Shop. She has lots of other stained glass with different breeds of cats and dogs, but so you can go and see if your one that's like your pet is there. I have a jellyfish and a bee also from her shop that I want to do. And there's more, but I don't own them. Anyway, but she does have a custom listing if you too want your animal, your pet, to have a custom charting. It was fantastic to work with Meltem. Anyway, that's Fira. Okay, back to Treasure Hunt Bookshelf. Amy Stewart, Heaven and Earth Design. This is the supersize max color version, and we have 1 year left on this piece. 1 year to the goal date, guys. But for today, I will tell you that this is a 28 count easy count fabric. It is 2 strands of floss over 1 fabric thread, 10 stitch. Usually basket weave, but you'll sometimes continental or just like a regular half cross will pop in, though I don't tend to do that. I do basket weave wherever possible. I've put in 2,338 stitches since the last video because the shelf is done. We're at 75.87% now. And this way. Yes, it's still on the scroll rods. I'm not unrolling it today. But I thought I'd show you the whole shelf. Look at that being all done. This whole scene is the Mad Tea Party scene. The book right here actually says A Mad Tea Party. And then this book over here says Shenanigans Galore. But we've got the Mad Hatter, Alice, and the hare. So let me bring it closer. Yeah. It looks incredible. It always does. It always looks great when finished section. So I will start from this side. This is the left side, and I will show you the whole thing. And by the whole thing, I mean all of this third shelf. So there we go. I'm so proud of it. You know how I talk about this piece holds so many emotions. I am finding that the memories aren't necessarily attached into the piece, but the emotions are. And so I look at this piece and I see, I know I've been through some hard things since I started this whole thing. And I know that I've got happiness in here, but I've also got a lot of sadness. I've got a lot of just big emotions trying to work through things. I've got a lot of healing emotions in here. I remember working on this. This was in January of this year, and February when I was going through a big breakdown, a big emotional dark time. And I remember finishing her and feeling like I finished her, but I feel incomplete. Like I was missing, I was missing things of me. And just, there's things like that in this piece. But now I can see her and I don't necessarily think that, but I remember that that's what it was. It's still a part of this piece. Hi, Pip. Anyway, this will be unrolled in my next video. In 2 weeks, we will be doing a whip parade. I will pull out all projects that I have started, whether they are paused or not. And we will do a big reveal of this unrolled. However, if you're on Instagram, it will probably come to Instagram sooner. Maybe. I'm not actually certain about that. If you're coming to Stitching in the Springs, this will absolutely be unrolled and at Stitching in the Springs. So, yeah. And then after Stitching in the Springs, this will come back off of a break and I will come down to the bottom. It's one shelf left, you guys. 1 year to do this last shelf. That's about 174,000, I think, stitches left to go in the next year, in which I am also planning on doing some like big life changes. So I don't totally know how I'm gonna make that happen, but I think I'm just going to, I guess, front load as many stitches as possible so that the times when I am really busy, I don't have to do it so much. So um like I do always allow for break days. If I stitch every single day, I think it's like 478 stitches, something like that, every single day. But I know that that's not a thing that I'm going to ever um, do on this piece because it's on scroll rods and all of that, right? And so it doesn't travel with me. So I like to allow for around 60 non-stitching days. This last, during this third shelf, I had more like 90, 80 to 90 non-stitching days. I don't actually have the actual number. But not all of those were travel days. Some of those were just, I didn't work on them days. Just, I don't know. It was a lot of travel, but next year, in the second half of the year, there won't be a lot of, I guess in general, there's not going to be as much travel, but there still will be. I don't know. It's just, it's, next year's a little busy still. Anyway, there's bookshelf. And in a year from now, she will be finished. So I've still been trying. We've got, what is this? What is this? Come on, hair. Don't do that to me. Okay. It's just distracting. I don't care if it looks weird. It's just catches my eye and distracts me. Anyway, I have considered working through this shelf in multiple ways. Okay, you know I don't look at the artwork very much, but I do know that we have this book, and this is in the lower left-hand corner, and there are words in this, and I kind of want to do it last. There's a part of me that wants to do that part last because it's one of the very, very meaningful parts of this piece to me. And so I was thinking of actually stitching it from the right side to the left side and still going like kind of scene by scene. But this is also the last shelf. I could color complete once I scroll this thing down. So then what do? I stitch in like all black? I don't, and give myself like a really good framework to then like just color complete any other color. And I think I would do it where here's my thinking. Get all the black in. Which is crazy to just be like, and I'm done the black. Like, I can't believe I'm in the color completing part of it. Okay, get the black in, and then pick like the first color up here in this corner, and then color complete that out, and then keep going. I think that's what I want to do. I did that up on this first shelf for a while until I hit a point where I just wanted to see it fully complete. But that was like 21% in. Like that was pretty far into the piece before I finally hit that. Anyway, so I've got a couple different thoughts on how I'm actually going to work through it, and I have a little over a week before I need to kind of decide that, I guess. The only other thing I want to show you is this blanket. I did pull this out finally. I haven't touched it really since, I don't know, probably April. But this is a pattern by Attic 24. It's upside down. Not that it matters. Anyway, it's Attic 24's. It's her Spring Frost pattern, which was released at the beginning of this year. All her patterns are free, so just you can Google her, attic24.typepad. typepad.com, I think. Anyway, it is typepad, I do remember that. So I love the colors, and the stitch is so easy, but now that it's getting colder, I like crocheting blankets, and we did just do 7 days of Halloween movies, and so this was very nice to work on during that part. So oh, 7 days of Halloween movies. So there were 3 of us participating, which was a lot of fun to not just like be me. Last year I did 25 days of Christmas movies, and Kaylin watched like maybe 4 or 5 with me, but most of them I was just on my own, which was fine, but it was really fun to do 7 days of Halloween movies and have 3 of us, me and Kaylin and my boyfriend Steven. And we watched through Discord, since we live in different locations, but it was fun. So we just split them up. Everybody got to pick 2 movies, and then we had one like agreed upon movie, which was Hocus Pocus, and we watched that one on Halloween. And then the rest of us picked 2 each, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was fun. A very mild. Those of you who love like the darker side of Halloween, obviously that's not me. So we did it was very mild. We did some comedy, we did some like children's movies. There were 3 Tim Burton movies in there. So it was fun. Yeah, anyway, that's when I pulled this out, was during those movies. And it was really nice. I liked being able to pull this out and to see it done. It's about 1/3 done. Now, yeah. Yeah, it's about 1/3 of the way through. Okay, so my plans over the next couple weeks. We'll see, bookshelves on break. And so I kind of just want to stitch what I want for however long I feel like it. I don't often have that, I guess, luxury. And don't get me wrong, I love having goals that I work towards. I really do. And I don't at all have like any like grudging feelings towards my bookshelf for having like a daily stitch count on it. But it is nice to have breaks from it. And so that's why I've been working on Fira. I've just been wanting that, and it's been pulling me towards that finish. So that is probably going to continue. But that's why I'm considering Woodland Enchantress this weekend and taking her off the scroll rods, is because I would really like to see that one done too. It is my oldest project, and so I would like to see that get a lot of work done. So between Fira and Woodland Enchantress and Enchanting Sorceress, which is the Foster piece from Alara, between those 3 pieces, I'm not sure that I will work on any others. If I do, Sabrina has been calling to me a little bit. Not in like the me now, but like a me next thing. So I might do that. I also have WhipGo things, and I was thinking maybe I should just do a blitz through all the WhipGo pieces and just have like set aside all other projects at some point and say give one a day, you know, and then just be able to work through the rest of them. I could just abandon it, but I'm struggling to just abandon WhipGo. I like to see things completed, so I want to. So yeah. that's my plans. So this weekend I'm in New Hampshire. Next weekend I'm in Ohio for Stitching in the Springs. And then that following week, so in 2 weeks from now, will be a whip parade. And I will just allow that to go however long it goes. So that will definitely be a long video. Oh, yesterday, Kaylin had her upper wisdom tooth removed. It was her final one. A year ago, she had her lowers removed when she was getting her lower 12-year-old molars uprighted. This time, it was her upper wisdom tooth removed, and then the cauterization of gum over her upper 12-year-old molars. They also removed a tiny bit of bone around those teeth, so hopefully they will drop down. They checked to make sure that those molars weren't fusing, like the roots weren't, like everything was still good, right? That the teeth could still fall down. So they're hoping that with between the bone removal and the gum removal, that it'll allow those 12-year-old molars to drop appropriately. So we just have to wait and see over the next like 4 to 6 months what they do, and then decide if anything else needs to be done or if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So anyway, so she's in recovery, but this was her 3rd time under anesthesia, general anesthesia, and it was by far my favorite. It was definitely that like loopiness out of it, super talkative, like she didn't care, that feeling. It was great. But she's doing well. This one's going to be a much easier recovery than last year's lower surgery was. Yeah. She ate some meatloaf last night, so that's pretty good for a same day. And she's not super out of it, so that's good. That's all I can think of, my friends. Thank you for hanging around for this less than 30-minute video. And feel free to reach out to me in all the social media-y kind of ways. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and or message me somewhere, whatever. Yeah. I hope life is good for you guys. I know this is short, this is quick, this is less like chit-chatty, but we're just gonna go for it. This puppy needs something and I don't know what, so let's go find out. Bye my friends.